Building an incredible e-commerce website is obviously only half the battle. You also need people to actually be able to find your website, particularly through search engines, Google being the most prevalent one. So we're going to do 3 things today to get you along that road. The first thing we're going to do is we are going to enable Google Search Console. This is essentially a tool that's going to give you some analytics, some feedback, and allow you to monitor your site's status on Google. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to add an XML sitemap, make sure that that is enabled. I'll explain that when we get to it. And the third thing we're going to talk about is internal linking and how we can use a really great tool to automate the internal linking progress. So process was the word I was looking for. Let's start. So the first thing we're going to need to do is head across to the plugins section here and add a new plugin. The plugin we're going to be looking for is All-in-One SEO. So you can literally put AIO-SEO into the search bar here, and that's going to come up with All-in-One SEO. This is really just the first step to starting to get yourself found on search engines, to start being able to rank in Google. There's so many things you can do, but this is one of the simplest, easiest, and most important things possible. So we're just going to install and activate that, and that is going to drop me here to all of the plugins that are currently on my page. And we just want to come to All-in-One SEO just in the sidebar over here. That's going to drop us to the All-in-One SEO dashboard, and it's actually immediately telling us just on the right-hand side here, have we connected to Google Search Console, which is exactly what we are wanting to do. And we can just click connect to Google Search Console right here. That brings us through to the general settings page. So if you do need to find this, you can head across to All-in-One SEO to general settings, and it will bring you to this page. It'll actually bring you to this page right here. And then you can go to Webmaster Tools and you can select Google Search Console. And then this is going to do everything for you. All we have to do is click on connect to Google Search Console right here. You're then just going to allow some accesses, which absolutely not a problem. Just allow those, follow through, and then you can complete your connection just like this. And that is immediately going to connect Google Search Console to your website, verify ownership, and automatically submit sitemaps. It was really that simple. So now we can start to get some insights about rankings and various things like that. And also we are starting to put ourselves in a position to be found on Google. The next thing we want to do from the dashboard is just ensure that we have an XML sitemap enabled. So we're just going to come down here to sitemaps and click on manage. Now what your XML sitemaps are going to do is it's going to allow the search engine, Google for example, to look at your site, look through all of the available content and give it a good idea of what each individual page is about, what your website's about, because what Google or any search engine wants to do is to provide the most accurate information possible to whoever is doing the searching. So if you can allow access to that kind of information, it's more likely to be able to identify that it's the correct information to serve up to whoever is searching. So it's really important that if we look on the screen right now, that you have this here enabled, enable sitemap, just this toggle just there. So just make sure that that is turned on. Now we've managed to achieve 2 pretty big steps right there without actually having launched the setup wizard for All-in-One SEO. So let's just go ahead and do that now. So we're going to launch the All-in-One SEO setup wizard. And as it says here, what we're looking to do is configure the site's SEO settings without any help. So in less than 10 minutes, I reckon we can do it faster than that too. So let's get started. So what kind of website are we? We are an online store. That's obviously the main thing that we're doing here. Where again, all this is doing is narrowing down the SEO and making it easier for Google and other search engines to actually help you out. Then we can do things like add your homepage title. It's going to auto-fill. Now, obviously, mine's just new e-commerce website, which isn't exactly amazing. So the best online mountain bike store might be slightly more beneficial. And then same here with the homepage meta description. This is a lot of just filler text that I have in there for now. So I'm just going to put something in there that is essentially tailored towards what people might be searching for, and to give a good overview, a good positive overview of what it is that my site does. So we're going to save this and continue. For this next page, you can add any additional site information. I strongly recommend going through and doing this, and anywhere where you're seeing additional things such as variables that you can add into the template. We're not going to worry about those today, but I will add a link or a video available for you at the end of this one that you can click on that will give you a more in-depth look at all-in-one SEO and SEO in general for your website. This page here is showing us the search appearance. Now, obviously, my website, as we're testing this, is just called New E-commerce Website. So you definitely want to change that, and you definitely want to make sure that you have a good URL, unlike mine of just nonsense. But what we did add, which is the best online mountain bike store, and the description there, this is really great at what it shows up when people do see us on Google. So you can see how important it is that you add something good in there to draw people into clicking on your webpage. So I'm happy with this, and let's just save and continue. So now we're all set up. We can look on our all-in-one SEO dashboard. We can get some information, some overview about various things, such as, for example, our products. You can say we've got 15 total products, and none of them have a focus key phrase, which is obviously a good piece of information to know, because we need a focus key phrase in there in order to, again, help Google find those products and recommend them out. We've also got an overall SEO site score here, which is giving us a breakdown of what needs doing. So a 61 isn't terrible, but there's still work to be done. So let's go to complete site audit checklist just here, and it'll give you a breakdown of absolutely everything that it thinks you could do to improve and advance your SEO. So you can see we've got a lot of basic stuff that is already done, but not a lot of internal linking, no meta description. These are all things that can be fixed quite easily. One of the things that does need to be fixed, or can be fixed very easily, is this one here: too few internal links on your page. So why are internal links that important? Well, it's because you're starting to build structure, you're starting to build context through your website. If Google or any other search engine can look at a web page and be like, oh, that links out to here, so that makes sense. We're starting to build a bit of context, like a little web, or when that links to here, you're starting to put the pieces of the puzzle together. And remember, all the search engine wants to do is to provide the best possible information to the person doing the searching. So the more that the search engine, Google, knows about your website, the more it understands your website, the more likely it is to suggest it at the correct moments, which is all that it wants to do. Now, this can be quite a long, quite a tedious process if you have to go through every single page, and particularly every single blog article, if you do have blogs, and start adding internal links to every single article at every single relevant point. It can take a long time. However, there is a tool we can use to speed this up exponentially. It's essentially going to do it for you. It's related to what we've just done in the video, and if we want to get into that, you want to click this video right here.